So I am actually, oh gosh, let me, I should have done this earlier. Oh my god, why am I like this? Okay, okay, this is, wait, where am I? Hello? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a very long time since I have made a video, and a very long time since I've made a gaming video. But today, we're back in The Sims 4. I think I usually play The Sims 1 on this channel, but we're playing this game because they recently updated the Goth family and gave them an entire new look, and I don't like them. I think they made them ugly. I don't know why. I think that, like, the fact that they made Bella look older, I'm just like, no, she's like the hot young wife of a DILF. And, like, I don't know, Mortimer's kind of like a silver fox. Like, I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah, so this is like their new looks. Like, she, actually, Bella looks better in game than she did in the photos. She's pretty. I would have picked better lipstick for her. She needs a makeover. Cassandra, actually, they did great by Cassandra. She's cute. Alexander, apparently he looks really funny when you age him up. I've not done that. Um, I don't know. Mortimer, yeah, yeah, he needs a better mustache. Anyway, what we're going to be doing today, though, is we are going to be redesigning their lot because this house is hot garbage and there's no yard. And we are going to be making it look like the Sims 1 house because that house was not hot garbage. It was a fun house. This is 5 Sim Lane, is their house from the original game. They have a beautiful open lot. They have a lot of flowers. They have a like nice what do you call this style? Like a nice like kind of Victorian, like kind of like craftsman kind of feel. They have a beautiful graveyard. It's like overall like a really beautiful like a little house. It's a great little thing. It's a great house. Love it. Let's looks like this. Oh wait, that's not the back. That's not the back. Browse, browse, browse. Back of their house looks like this. I will admit that their front porch section, which I'm sure I will zoom into when I'm editing. So note to my noggin. Um, the porch section I did change to fit some stuff in it. So this is not what their original house looks like in the back. It's gonna switch. But the inside also has like a nice like blue and green and craftsman style. I hope this is craftsman style. I, I I'm not, I don't know. It's like a lot of blues, a lot of greens, a lot of like cooler colors. It's still nice and classy, nice and Victorian looking. It's not like over the top goth, which they really started doing in The Sims 3. And like that's not their vibe. They're classy. They're classy people. They're not gonna just make everything pink and purple and like full of skulls because they're not goth. They're the goths. Like, if you look at the Addams family's house, it is not a gothic looking house. It is a really fun Victorian house with some gothic elements and a taxidermy bear, I think. I'm gonna admit, I haven't seen the Addams family in a while. I also am going to have a hot take here. I don't like the 90s movies. I don't think they're good. I I loved the sitcom from like the 60s. It's like my favorite show growing up. Loved it. 90s films, they were too edgy. I don't know. I don't like the 90s edginess. this is the upstairs. I did edit this part. Originally in the game, you only had like a gross bed and painting because that was Cassandra's room. Alexander did not exist in the original Sims. I'm gonna keep him around because like I don't know, just cause like he's fine. He's a kid. I think at one point the reason there's two beds here is because I did have Alexander, and I think he got sent to military school because he failed out of regular school. Anyway, so doing a speed build where I take this and their lack of yard and they turn it into this big beautiful yard. Because this is a speed build, I'll probably turn my face cam off in a second. I just, oop, that's the wrong button. I always press that by mistake. I just want to see, like, their lots. You see, this is a travesty. Because you have their lot here, but you have all of the space here, all of the space here, all of the space back here, and we can't edit any of it. Like, can I, if I move objects, Control Shift C, can I like take this and move it past the lot? No, I can't, right? Okay, let's just take a look at their house, right? So let's take a look. Can I change the time? There we go. So you first have like their dining room. It's honestly, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. I remember it being a lot more purple. Their kitchen area, which this always annoyed me. Like, what is this chair doing here? Like, you can't tell me you afforded this big, beautiful mansion. Like, EA, can we talk about this chair? Like, why is this chair here? Why do they only have 3 chairs at their kitchen table? There's 4 kids. Or 4 Sims. Oh, this was the purple I was talking about. Yeah, I don't like this room. I think it's bad. And then upstairs you have the piano, back room, they're like the Goth's bedroom, Sandra's bedroom, I'm assuming, and then Alexander's bedroom, or vice versa. I don't know. Maybe this one's Alex's. And let's just. So overall, it's not a bad looking house. It's kind of cute. Has a little balcony. Has a little thing. I hate the front yard. I hate the backyard. Why is there no yard? I don't understand why. Also, there's one more thing we have to bring back. Okay. I am going to need someone to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. In the original Sims, when you first download the Goths, or when you first download and install the game, the tragic clown painting is in the Goth's bathroom, is it not? Am I making that up? I think, did I add it there? I thought for some reason that it came like included in their house. In like this, maybe not the original Sims, I had the Sims Deluxe, but like I couldn't sworn, but I can't find any photo evidence of that existing there. I could be wrong, but we're gonna add a classic, the tragic clown back anyway. We're gonna do it. I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave now. So, bye. Sick deal. They're playing the Strangerville soundtrack. Love the soundtrack. So when I first started making the build, I decided that it should be a haunted house residential because every single goth house up until this point was haunted, except for The Sims 4, which didn't have ghosts originally. I also, while I was going around, I bulldozed a lot and then decided that I kind of wanted a bigger lot, but there wasn't really that many available in Willow Creek. So I decided to just, stick with the one I had, and then you can kind of see that I'm really struggling with where to place the house on the lot. And originally, I was going to go more for like the horizontal thing so that the house was actually facing away from the road. And then I kind of went back and forth and I measured the amount of tiles that the house in The Sims 1 had, and I decided that it actually could be put across from where the road was. So I just went with that. I had to kind of reconfigure the backyard a little bit to make everything fit that I wanted to put in, but the house itself fits, so that's all that matters. So the entire time I was building this house, I was going back and forth between screenshots of the original Sims game and this game, and kind of putting all the things on the house just to kind of see what matches the most. You can kind of tell, like, especially with the windows and stuff, I was going through everything, trying to see which one looked the most like The Sims 1, but also looked the best in The Sims 4, and kind of just going back and forth trying to decide which one I should use. Also, I do want to mention that despite this is being a speed build, I actually spent several hours on this over the course of 2 days, mostly because I started it after dinner one night and it kind of got late, so then I started the rest the next day. Took a family trip to TJ Maxx and came back and decided to finish the build. You know how it goes, shopping's more important than The Sims, let's be real here. Anyway, I just want to let you know, in case if there's any jumps in the footage, that's why. So at this point I realized that The Sims 4 did not have an auto roof feature. I'm gonna tell you guys I kind of miss it. There was a point when I was building it that the house just looked really off for some reason, which is why I was like trying to play with the levels of the second story to see if that was the reason. Finally, I looked at the original house from The Sims 1 and I realized that the second story actually had a little bit of like a wall trim separating the first and second stories. And that's why it was kind of looking strange to me. So I found that The Sims 4 actually had wall trims and friezes. Is that how you say that? Anyway, it took me a little bit of playing with those features because I didn't know that they existed at first, but eventually I figured it out and I think it made it look so much better. It finally looked like The Sims 1 house and I was like, oh good, like, I don't know, it didn't look off anymore. It's so funny how such a tiny detail can make a house look completely different. Also, it really annoyed me that I couldn't put a half tile over here, so I hit it with a bush. During the second day I was filming, I moved on to the interior and I realized that my Sims 1 Goth House was actually more edited than I originally believed it was. So I actually went online and found some Sims 1 screenshots, and I was able to find some really high quality Sims 1 screenshots of the Goth House. However, I don't want to link them into the video because I do not own them. But I will leave a link to the description. They are by Rosanna on the Sims Network, and they were part of her Sims 3 build of this house. So I'm hoping that anyone who is interested in seeing high quality images of the Sims 1 house, as well as an interest in downloading it for the Sims 3, would check out that link below. And I'm really happy that she uploaded those. They were a lifesaver, and yeah, like I said, don't wanna put them in the video because they are not mine, but all credit goes to her. And she did confirm that the Goths did have a tragic clown painting in their bathroom. I wasn't going crazy when I thought about that. It was a real thing that happened. So, at this time when I was doing the kitchen, I actually kind of had an epiphany that I couldn't find a lot of dark greens or like the particular wood green I kind of wanted when I was doing the house. And I realized The Sims 1 Goth's house, like the Goth's house in The Sims 1, is very 90s. Like the dark green, the wood grain color, it's very much like stuff that my parents bought in like 1997. And it makes sense because The Sims 1 originally came out in the year 2000. So, anyway, it's kind of hard to find stuff that kind of fits that vibe in a game that was made, I don't know, it's like 22 years later. Anyway, the Sims 4 team, they're probably not gonna do this, and I don't blame them, but they should make, like a 90s sitcom house pack. Just think about it, EA. Just put it in your little brains. Below is the link to the Sims 4 gallery version of this. Just in case you want to download it. You don't have to, but like, you can. Okay. So, This is the finished house. It is as close to a one-to-one recreation as 5 Sim Lane that I can possibly do. Let's. So I did have to take some liberties with the yard just because the lot is much smaller, as well as a kind of different shape. The original Sims 1, the lot was a lot bigger, square. This one's kind of like long and narrow. So I did have to kind of change some stuff up, but let's just look at it from the outside at first. All of, how do I get out of, okay. All of these shrubs and stuff around are dead because it's early spring and I have seasons. So those should get filled in quickly. And then this area here, like I said, I need to change a little bit because the yard sizes in this game are a little bit weird. These are all just fake tombstones from vampires. I was originally going to move the Goths out, make or download the original Goth Sim Ghost from the first game, and then kill them all off so they had their tombstones. I got really lazy and didn't feel like doing that. It is a haunted house residential lot now. I think that's fine. I don't feel like going through the necessary things to kill off Bratty Goth. So this is just the house still. I hate how it does that so much. And then let's just go inside. So this is as you can see, the original downstairs. I did look up what that looked like, mostly because I usually change the upstairs to fit Alexander, so I am probably before playing this lot going to switch that out, mostly because they got 2 kids and not enough beds. So we will definitely fix that. And then moving downstairs, or I guess I can just show you the thing. I love how this like kind of is reflective almost. Like watch. Ooh. Ooh. I couldn't decide between these windows or these windows. These are from Snow Escape, and these are from Strangerville, and I couldn't decide which one I liked more. These I thought kind of looked a little bit more like the original images from the Sims 1, and then I was like, oh, I kind of, I don't know. I just decided to take, like I said, a little bit of liberties here. Same thing with the front door. It usually matches this back door over here, but I don't know. I thought this store was a little fancier than the normal one, but I didn't want to use the same one in the back because I thought it would look a little strange. But I don't know. I like it so far. And then downstairs, we have everything here. So let's just see if I can kind of, ooh, yeah. So okay. So this bedroom, I realized in the original game, is very simple. There's not a whole lot of decorations. It's just this bed, the lamp, which the lamp is should be opposite colors. Did not see. And then the bedroom, they have an organ instead of an upright piano because I could not find them. And then so originally I think this was a cityscape in the original. It's kind of hard to see, but I thought this kind of fit the vibe and kind of looked similar. Oh, Alexander and Bella are hugging. Their blue couch. their fish tank, which again, tried my best to recreate, but it was kind of difficult. And then just gonna take a photo. Mortimer is playing this organ, like I said. I couldn't find an upright piano. And then the bookcase, which I feel like I'm gonna go through a lot of. Kind of looks similar, but I had to take a liberty. So here's the kitchen. I could not find any dark green tiles in this entire game. I realized as I was kind of building that like the original Sims decorations and like furniture are very late 90s, like just the like wood grain color and the like basically the colors and the styles they chose, they really fit into like what was popular at the time. So it's kind of difficult to find exact matches in The Sims 4 because it's been 20 something years. Like it's been 20 years since The Sims 1 came out, so it's yeah. There is no wall phones in The Sims 4 because everyone has a cell phone and no one uses a house phone anymore, especially a wall phone. So I instead changed that out for a smoke detector and a thermostat because those are both important things to have in The Sims 4. And then here is this little bathroom. Again, tiles, not the same color as I would have wanted, but there's no dark green tiles again in this entire game. I did add the tragic clown painting. I had to do a little research because I did not have this in my game file. But like I said, I redecorated a tiny bit in my game file. So I had to like find the original home again. Just because in my memory it existed in the bathroom. But I think I deleted it in my current Sims 1 save just because it's really annoying me. And I think that's actually the entire house. So definitely like let me know what you guys think of it. I don't know, do you prefer Ophelia? What is the name of this? Do you prefer it's yeah, Ophelia Villa or 5 Sim Lane, or do you prefer The Sims 2 5 Sim Lane or the I never played Sunset Valley in The Sims 3, so I don't actually know what their houses look like. I don't know. But yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think. Would you like which house is your favorite? And I will see you in the next one.